Google's ad how it was no much longer capable to job in Huawei is fair one echo of the US judgment to add the China technology gigantic to its essence listing of companies us firms cannot job in. The real effect to Huawei may be huge. Time we frequently relate to the company's devices as just China, the fact is lot more than complex, its source components and examination of all above the planet. The identical can be told for the likes of POM, of year, that relies at low in portion on shavings created by its competing, Samsung. To get an concept of how destructive the US Go is, allows get a see at fair one part of one unit, the system board in Huawei's flagman smartphone, the P30 Profi. It's a chain executive board how is hardly the long of a thumb, but one how relies on a web of facility delivery chains and procurement to do it probable and affordable. The P30 Profi's RF transceivers, 1, and sound microchip, 4, under, are done by High Silicon, a China-based business completely belonging by Huawei, but house wherever the homebrew technology ends. The microchip's frontline end unit, 2, that makes it capable to attract in-portable web signals, is intended and made by Skyworks, a silicon company relying in Massachusetts, USA, how waterfall by the US restrictions. And further frontline end unit, 3, to knob various wireless frequencies is done by Qorvo, a silicon company located in Greensboro, Polar Carolina. It is as well struck by the prohibition. On the inverse party, the Flare Store, 5, is intended by Micrometer Technologies, a 40-year-old silicon expert relying in Idaho, USA. The part tool the P30 has 128 GB of area on that to set the telephone's software program, as so as area for the telephone's customer to keep pictures, live video and so on. On to figures, several 13% of Micrometer's yearly income comes of supply Huawei. And eventually, you can see Drachma, 6, dynamical accidental accessing RAM, intended and made by SK Hynix, a Southward Korean company how as well supplies parts to POM and other. SK Hynix is not struck by the US restrictions, but down there are tactful twists there too much. China has according to reports grown concerns how SK Hynix and some Southward Korean chip makers are work along to driving up prices to China in procedure to capitalize on their examination. The companies reject the is fair one system board, in one unit. Recent year, Huawei liberated a listing of its mandrel suppliers and it turned on 33 US companies. As so as Google possessing to drag behind on supply its release of Droid, main US Technique suppliers consisting Xilinx, Qualcomm, Broadcom and Intel include all alerted they will requirement to halt marketing their technique to Huawei in procedure to perform in the prohibition. Neo Photonics, a San Jose-based company that makes network machinery, has a agreement in Huawei how represents 44% of its whole income. On Monday, the U.S. Trade Division given a interim license how switched several companies to go on support current networks and devices, but much longer period, it's an volatile, unexpected next for the collaboration among us and China innovators. Analysts forecast the judgment could promote China's wish to construct more than technique during its own national borders. How would be a hard, expensive, and in several areas submarine PAR, go to get. But length term it would offer China a opportunity to set its own standards on next technologies. How would hurry which several are relating to as the balkanization of the digital year, to individual internets how would every need various technologies in procedure to use them. Do you include more than data on the or any some technique history? You can achieve Dave immediately and securely via ciphered exchanging messages EP alarm on 1-628-400-7370.